and both male and female can call. Again, you'll get many different opinions. Many guys will tell you that they can tell the difference between male and female. At the same time, you can meet guys with years of experience and that know leopard very well and will say they can't. So point is that very, very similar. Male and female would be very hard to distinguish, even to someone that knows what they're talking about. Same with leopard, I've mentioned before, but I remember years ago working with Dr. John Grinnell on vocalization studies, and I mean, this is what he did his doctorate on back in the 80s already. And we did a lot of sound recordings on different lions, and I remember specifically recording one female in Pilansberg, and even on a graph broken down in a computer program that studies sound and the tonal depths and tonal ranges of lion calls, you couldn't see much of a difference between male and female. So as a comparison, male and female lion even can sound the same, even to expert research programs, never mind to someone's ears. Maybe the reason I'm talking about all of this a bit this morning, and we'll talk about it more just now with IDs, is that I think maybe in a very beautiful way, like the Shangaan language, this is a bit of a weird comparison, but I'll get to a point with it just now, is in Shangaan it's very much a phonetic spelling. So whether you spell Karula with a KU or a KA, it wouldn't be something that's rude or bad manners, if you want, like it would be in English, for instance, if you spell someone's name wrong. It's a very phonetic spelling of words. The point I want to make with that is I think that sometimes, let's just go around the side here. Obviously IDing, oh, where's she going now? Going back, forth. So difficult to move. I mean, that's just so beautiful. Look at that. It really is hard to leave that when you see something. Oh, okay, she's going to lie down there. The point I'm getting to is just that people can make mistakes with IDs, and I've seen that again over time. It's not to make excuses for anyone or something like that, but quite often there's a strong feeling associated with seeing something, experiencing something, hearing something. And I think to a large extent it's important not to lose that. In other words, people not to get so caught up in which individual it is that you tend to forget just to look at it just as the pure beauty of an amazing leopard lying in a termite mound like that. Obviously recognizing them is important. Oh, yay. That is very, very pretty. So to draw the comparison back to the Shangaan languages, I think as long as you appreciate the beauty in this case the grace and just sort of attraction even of leopard, if you sometimes get their faces a little bit wrong, I'm sure it's not that rude. And this is without a doubt Saseka. The sketches I made last night was from photographs actually taken in June, 23rd of June 2007. So the first time we really saw these two cats together, or actually the three of them, we saw Karula and both the youngsters. Some of you might even be able to, I'm sure it was live if I remember correctly. Yes, it was. 23rd of June 2007. If someone still has a bit of that footage somewhere, maybe they dig it out. Might be interesting to see. These guys were little, tiny little leopards still. It's a year ago, so they were a little bit under a year old. Another question coming in, and we spoke about a little bit the other day, just about names and first names. You also feel free to send your first names in with your avatar names. I know that some people have used that name for a very long time, but it just makes it feel more personal. But at the same time, Bluebird has been around on drives with us many times and sent us some beautiful pictures and information and bits and pieces over time. So thank you very much for that. And just an observational question, which is one of my favorite types of questions to get from everyone on drive, because it explains something relevant to the moment. Bluebird's asking, why is this leopard breathing so fast? They're relatively fast and shallow. There you can see it. Look at the throat, even the backwards and forwards rocking of the body. And that is because they're quite full. Both these leopards have been eating quite a lot. Bellies are full of meat, and that literally pushes up against the diaphragm, so they can't take very deep breaths like they normally would if they were not quite as full of meat. Oh, that is a stunning view as well. I like that, and you can see the tail and just the poise of the animal looking around. Look at those paws. Beautiful. Looking there towards the carcass. Now if we get very lucky this morning, we wait around for a while and the wildlife, I was going to say the viewing gods of wildlife work with us, we might get these leopards when they climb back up that tree again, which would be something also very special. Okay, let's go get closer to the other leopard. Just before we drive off, quickly show you this. Like I said, I've never professed to be a great artist, but just did some sketches last night, actually not too long before we saw those leopard. Gorilla Tingana and Saseka. Tingana, remember we had a look just now on her right hand side. The way you look at them on the screen, I know that's confusing, but again, people get confused sometimes with that. Her right hand side, you've got 3 horizontal spots getting slightly bigger from the top, and 2 vertical ones, smaller ones. You could just see them earlier. On her left hand side, with 1 a bit lower down and 2 slightly closer together to each other, but again forming a line of 3. And the last one of those 3, or the far right hand one, from the way we're looking now, slightly bigger and thicker. Also I made a little mark that she's got a bit of a sort of a half moon. It's not quite as clear as that drawing, but she's got a very distinctive mark by the eye there as well. But this is what we're looking at. You get various things on the collar, you can see things. I know Graham is going to do something soon on IDs as well. But that's her on the termite mark. Let's go look at the other one to our right. Also, generally speaking, for those of you that want to try and draw leopard, generally speaking, pencil works a lot better. The only quick writing tool I could find last night was a blue pen. Nice bit of soft pencil on beautiful smooth paper, art paper, then you can really start playing with the drawings. That was mainly just for IDing, just to help myself be less confused and maybe also explain the process a little bit more to some of you. Look at the behavior again. This is Tingana behavior typically. I know Rex often recognize them from behavior. You can see the head flat and low, a little bit shy. She's looking at the tree. Juma vehicle in the background, just to explain the car there. That's their staff transport. Look at that. Pretty, pretty.